Hello, I'm Mr. Condon, and I'm right now organizing our annual peanut butter drive to help collect peanut butter, jars of peanut butter to take down to Mexico.
Okay, so I have some questions for you.
Yeah.
What town are you feeding in Mexico?
So it's a very small town down in northern Mexico, just across the border from in California. It's an actual dump, is what it really is, next to an old orphanage, and the orphanage is way too small to get all the kids in there. So many of the kids have to live in the garbage dump in this small town. 12 years ago, we had a teacher here, our former art teacher, Mrs. Welsh, and she was telling the story to me about her vacation down there with her husband, saw this garbage dump, saw this place, and how horrible these conditions were for these children. And she came back here, told me the story. I then told my first period class that year about this story, and they said, what can we do to help? So I contacted Mrs. Welsh again, and she said, well, one of the things they need is peanut butter down there. And the reason is it's easy to transport, it's not very expensive, and it doesn't have to be refrigerated, and so it's really easy to do. And so that gave us the responsibility of collecting jars of peanut butter and get them down to them.
Okay, last year you got a whopping 238 jars.
Yeah.
Do you have a goal for this year?
We want to top 300. We want to make this pile. I don't want to see my desk here. I just want a big pile of this peanut butter.
How does your peanut butter get to the town?
So Gail Welsh, the teacher, her sister's husband drives down twice a year, actually. Just got back in the fall, but he goes down again in the spring with supplies from all over the place, and everything from baby diapers to formula to clothing for these kids that have nothing. And so he comes and picks up the peanut butter from us, stores it for a couple months, and he drives it down there in a U-Haul and a pickup truck, and drives it all the way down there.
That's amazing. Do you ever hear back from the kids?
Yeah, every year. If you can look, I have the kids write on the lid of the jars, and just a nice little note for them. And when they get back, she brings me pictures, and so we sit down with these pictures, and she explains, talks about almost every little kid that is in the picture, and we get to see the lids. And so our kids here at Skyridge get to see where they wrote on this all the way down to Mexico, surrounded by a little Mexican kid who can really use this. So yeah, so bring them in my classroom, all into next week, all the way up till the Wednesday before Thanksgiving. So it has to be any kind of peanut butter, no glass jars, no jam or honey mixed into it. It has to be sealed. Bring it to my classroom. You put a smile on the face. Thank you very much.